Hello, everyone. It's so good to have us back. Yes, we've been on break for a while, but we're glad to be back. So, today we're going to be talking about healthy diet, and someone interesting is the one who is going to teach us about how to eat healthily. So, what do you do? How do you eat? How do you take care of yourself? This is self care, and I know you'll love it. And the person that is going to take us today, she's a minister, she's a woman of God, but then professionally, she's a dietitian, she's a nutritionist, and she's an educationist. So she's going to teach us today. And I know you would want to hear her. So sit back, relax, and enjoy.
Good day, everyone. It's nice to be here. It's a good opportunity that I cherish a lot, having the grace to talk to people on healthy eating. Um, because of the ease of eating and because of the way the world is, many of us we think in this dispensation that it's okay to just eat anything. We have forgotten that when we eat food, it goes directly into our body, goes directly into our system. And because of that, it has a strong effect on our health. To eat healthy means to take the food that will provide your body with the necessary nutrients, putting in consideration your age, your gender, your physiological condition, your state of health, and your activities. So, food is not just about putting something in your mouth to satisfy hunger. Food should be about putting something in your mouth that will take care of you, provide what you need, and ensure that you live a long but healthy life. So, we must understand that the things that are to put into consideration are very important while we choose our food. I want you to know that a woman of my age that is pregnant has a dietary need that is completely different from mine. So this is for us to understand that a lot of things are to put into consideration when we talk about food. That's why you see some people, they will say, oh, you take the same food that I take, but you are slim and I am fat. It may be that that person who is slim is very active. So don't forget that eating healthy has to do with putting into consideration your age, your physiological condition. Physiological condition means your physique, the condition of your body, whether you are pregnant, whether you are a child, whether you are a toddler, whether you are a very old person, whether you are, depending on how your body is. And then it takes into consideration your health and your activity. So don't just eat. If you are not an active person, you don't need much of carbohydrates. So it's not something that we can actually, capture as a whole in this presentation. But I just want to know that eating healthy has to do with eating the food that supplies the nutrients that you need at a particular time, taking some things into consideration. Now, I believe that the group of people I'm talking to are the youths. And when you talk about youth, you're referring to people between the age of, let me say, between the age of 15 and 35 or 40. They are youths. These are people that are active. Now, I want you to know that it is important that you take adequate diet. We have stopped calling it balanced diet. Do you know why? A diet can be balanced. Balanced diet contains all the nutrients, but it may not be balanced for a particular person. So we now use the word adequate diet. That is, the diet contains all the classes of food in the correct proportion. So every one of us, we must sit down and study ourselves and understand our lifestyles before we eat. Don't say, oh, I'm hungry, and because of that, you take Coke in the morning, and 3 hours later, you feel hungry again, you go for Fanta. 2 hours later, you feel hungry, you go for Pepsi. No. By so doing, you're slamming yourself with too much of sugar. We must understand that the best source of food for every human is the natural source. The reason why the fast foods like all these chicken and chips, all these drinks, whatever, they are there because sometimes you are famished and you need to get energy fast. So you go for them, but they shouldn't be the only source of our diet. People should learn to eat healthy food from homes. I was talking to somebody last week. I said, you don't eat healthy. And that is why you're finding yourself in this kind of situation. Learn to cook the food at home. When you cook your food at home, they are healthier. The sanitation is better because you don't have any reason to start moving them all around. So when you cook your food at home, they are healthier, they are neater, they are at the right temperature, and most of the time, you are not trying to impress anybody, so you have not added too much of sodium, you have not added too much of condiments, which has its own detrimental effect on the health. So eating healthy has to do with understanding yourself, understand the kind of person you are, understand whether you are the type of person that needs so much energy. If you need so much energy, okay, you can order for amala and tell them, give me 300 naira worth of amala. If you are such that you are a sedentary person, you are almost always sitting down. Maybe your work has to do with the system. You sit down in front of a computer, and that is what you do from 8 o'clock in the morning till 8 o'clock in the evening. Why would you need heavy carbohydrate? You will just be storing it up because you are not particularly active. The little carbohydrate that you need is the one that your brain needs, and that is glucose, and it is so small from what you are going to be slammed with when you take complex carbohydrates. When you take a bar, you take gari, you take rice, you take pounded yam, and all you do is to sit down at the system from morning till evening. So we need to understand ourselves, and some of us, we need to understand that the rate at which we metabolize, that is the rate at which we break down this food to get the nutrients in them, they are different. That is why you see children, they take coke, they take all, because they run around, you find out that they are not particularly chubby because they metabolize faster than the elder ones that are grown. So eating healthy has to do with understanding yourself, the kind of person you are, the stage of life you are in, your state of health. If you have some underlying health issues, then you should know the kind of food that you will eat such that you can live a good a good life, a peaceful life, a comfortable life, and a long life. I think it's a good place to stop. Thank you.
So I'm glad that you enjoyed yourself at healthy eating. You've learned something today. So for those of us that are slim and always seated, we should know what to eat. We don't need much carbohydrates. And for those who are big, plus sizes, hello, I hope you will take caution henceforth. And for those who love Coke, carbonated drinks, well, I know you've heard it for yourself. It was not my handwriting. It was not my voice. So I want you to take caution for all that we're hearing today. And I believe that we all will live a healthy life. So I want to believe that you've been enjoying yourself on this channel. Please kindly subscribe if this is your first time. And if you have friends and loved ones, kindly share to them. Feel free to share it on your WhatsApp, on your Facebook, and on all your social channels. I love you. Till next time.